swear to God, if I lose power again this evening, I'm going to flip out. If
My,
I, if
I actually thought about that earlier too. I was like, Alex might just drop out of the show.
I mean, like, if I lose power again this evening, yesterday, I mean, you were in the city. Yesterday,
hmm
freaking tornado warnings and crap. Like, I'm looking at the radar right now, bro.
hmm
We're getting hit again at like 5. It's great.
Nice. Needed a little bit of rain. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Loading Screen. This is your morning podcast to cue your day up with. I am, of course, Dre, aka Crash, and with me, as always, Bam. Thank you, ma'am. Right there.
Bam,
5.
bam. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good job.
True, Luigi. In chat, all you do is complain, Scrowl. He does, but you know what? He's had a rough couple days, though. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what?
Alex has
Luigi-
been getting hit with the grind.
Yeah. You know what, Luigi? Good morning, bud. Wait a second. It's like 8 a.m. for you, man. That's dedication right there. Okay, ready, Dre? I'm going to trigger you right now. You ready?
What you got?
You ready? Black coffee.
That is a big cup
no
of
ice.
Joe.
Yeah, look at that.
That is it, dude. This is how you could tell how Alex's day is gonna be if you could just peep how much coffee he's consuming off the rip.
Cold bean water. Exactly, our Italian. But your name's not lame abs in chat, so I can't
So that's
interact with
gross.
you until you fix that.
So welcome. Oh man. I know we didn't get a chance to do Tuesday for specific reasons. But before we start the show, this is kind of like it's been par for the course for other shows I've been on this week. Something I kind of just want to bring up, but this is like Series Trade. You kind of rarely get a glimpse of this guy, especially on camera. But just wanted to state outright. This show is going to continue. We're not real political on this show. This show is meant to be what it is. It's supposed to be a nice little half an hour, 45 minutes. You guys can sit back, relax, and enjoy, kind of escape and have a little bit of a fun talk with with some idiots in front of the camera. But the message still wants to be put out there that we want to make sure everybody just stay safe, care for one another, and we'll all get through this. That's really kind of like the gist of it. Like I said, I don't want to get real into the weeds of it, but just know we love you and we hope you guys are all safe out there.
Yes.
And now onto the actual subjects of the show. It's been literally a full week since, and it's on a Thursday, which is weird. A full week since the last show because we didn't do anything on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Got plenty to talk about. Announcements, unfortunately, were not announced. We were very hyped for. I guess we'll just jump into that first one, man. So PlayStation 5, we were gearing up for today. Actually, it was gonna happen 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern. So we wouldn't have technically covered it on the show anyway, but we would have been able to at least kind of get hyped up for it, right? Unfortunately, it did not happen. Sony, alongside many other companies, there's just been delays or rescheduling for one reason or another on announcements, on events, and that's okay. It's perfectly fine in my book.
Yeah, no, it's important that we spend time.
Bigger issues at hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Bigger issues at hand. So unfortunately, let me actually get this pop up out of here. Need this. No thanks. Sorry, Verge. Or Games Radar. I thought it was the Verge for some reason. Yeah. So there's been an update to the YouTube live events page. Originally it was slated for today. Now it states underneath. What is it? What is the actual verbiage of it? There is no date. It just says soon.
Okay.
So. I'm not sure, how long that could actually be. It could be a day or two. It could be, like I said, it could be tomorrow. It could be next week. It could be in a month.
So going off of the PS5, it's funny that, this was brought up because I don't know what it was. I guess I had PS5 on the mind.
Mm-hmm.
I had a dream about PS5 last night. I had a dream they revealed it. And it was the exact same reveal as the Xbox Series X.
More solid state.
Instead of the yeah. Except instead of the Series X floating over that water there. It was the PS5, and for some reason I was flying past it.
Jeez. You just get right into it. Like, yeah, real original there, pal. Real original. Like, just gonna copy paste that at this point, right?
Yes.
At this point, man. So yeah, no actual date announced, which sucks, but I'm sure. I mean, the console's supposed to come out later this year. We are halfway through this year. We're in June.
Isn't that wild?
It's kind of insane that it is kind of wild that like we're already halfway through 2020. I mean, 2020 got canceled real quick, but
dude, listen, bro, I'm ready for 2021. Let's go.
Yeah, I saw a meme online. It was like people watching the clock of 12:59 on the 31st of December, and then instead of hitting like one, instead of it being 00, it was the 60. I was like, oh no, please, God, don't do this to me.
Oh my God.
It went 12:60.
Let me fix my camera here.
He was just
okay, there we go. Dude, yeah, and the dude's face, he's like 11:59, and then it's like 11:60. He goes,
yeah, exactly. 2020 will never end.
Oh man.
So I mean, 6 months from now, man, this PlayStation 5 is slated to come out. Xbox is already in full gear. They're gonna be, I think, releasing games, like exclusive games soon. They should be making those announcements. So Sony needs to show up or shut up kind of deal. Like it's like, dude, we don't really know anything else past the GPUs. Like, I think there was an article like the AMD GPUs that are slated for these consoles are gonna release before the damn consoles come out. Like it's kind of bonkers.
It is pretty wild, man. I mean, and this being a gaming show, obviously we do research. Obviously this is like a free-form show, but we do research before the show, and we're kind of in a drought with gaming news. At least really super interesting gaming news. Like the stuff we want hasn't been announced yet.
Yes.
But, the good thing about that is, it's June. It is officially June, which is when normally we get it's June, which marks the kickoff for normally all of our gaming, updates and news and
summer blockbusters and such. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Your E3s, your Gamescom, stuff like that. Which it's still slated. Things have shifted around. It's really just the schedule that's been pushed back. And if you guys have been keeping up, we definitely covered things like the Summer Games Fest has been going on Twitch since May. That's where they drop the Xbox games, the announcements, like Tony Hawk and stuff like that. And if you're keeping up with it, we still have June, July, and it is going all the way up to August. There is a full schedule that is posted up that you guys can check out. You can even add it to your calendars too, which is pretty sick. I didn't notice this earlier. But yeah, June's looking kind of stocky right now. There's definitely some heavy hitters here. There's some
This gets me excited,
like unknowns.
Yeah, and sorry to interrupt you. It just gets me excited that look at this. I mean, the 6th, the 8th. The 9th, the 11th, the 13th, like it's just constant information we're going to be getting. Yeah. Oh, look at that. I love that transition you got there.
So what we're looking at is
your mic. Your mic.
Oh yeah, what we're looking at. My bad. I forgot. I just took a sip of water. Sure about that? So like some of the ones that just stick out to me, of course, like I'm always a fan of WoW when they drop announcements. I'm usually, especially when they have cinematics attached to it. Their cutscenes, exactly. The cutscenes and cinematics are always just so great to watch. The VR showcase I'm very interested in as well. Let me see. I mean, I'm interested in all this, but like the ones that are like hitting me, Destiny 2, the next chapter. I think was it you? Didn't you play Destiny? Like that?
I played a lot of Destiny. I know Allie played a lot of Destiny.
Allie
too.
Does. Yeah, she definitely does.
I mean, Destiny 2, I kind of played, got to end game and stopped. Destiny 1 was the game that I really sunk my teeth into. This one, not so much. I don't know. I don't know why, but it just didn't grab my attention. But next chapter, I mean, I'm always excited to see what they're releasing next, and I always jump in for a little bit whenever they release something new. So
yeah, so we got, let me see, PC Game Show on the 13th. It was postponed to the 13th. It originally, I think, was supposed to be the 7th, or maybe even early. Might have been one of the 9ths as well. But that's been postponed into the 13th. Luckily, not too far off. Let me see, but no actual time on that one. Subject to be updated. Future game show. That was also postponed. I remember that was slated, but that one has a time slot though. I don't know why PC game show does not. Let's see.
It's not updated yet, maybe.
Avengers board table, which is the Avengers game that's slated to be coming out as well. I guess we'll see some possible gameplay. Off the top of my head, I don't remember there being gameplay that's been released. I just seen the cutscenes, you know, the cutscenes cinematics they've shown that are just going, the pre-rendered stuff that's just gonna set the table for certain things. No pun intended there. But I think we're actually gonna finally see some gameplay. Cyberpunk 2077, they're gonna have a new showcase, a special broadcast from CD Projekt Red. That's gonna be on the 25th later this month. Very interested in that as well as many other people. And then Mid-Summit Guide.
What's that?
Upcoming Japanese independent games showcase for that. So yeah, we got a slew of announcements definitely to come through, like all throughout June. Like there's like every week you're catching something.
Yeah, I'm gonna post this link in chat right now. Of the so I'm like, you know, as you're going through that, I'm wondering what other dates have been like confirmed or adjusted or anything. And the Polygon link there, that kind of just goes into, you know, it breaks down some other things like Xbox Game Studios, when that's going to happen in July. Ubisoft, you know, June 25th for Cyberpunk. So I mean, it's pretty much a mirror of what we've just been looking at. But you know, I always like to look for updated dates if possible in all of these articles. But this thing's good. Subscribe to calendar. Yeah, I'm definitely going to subscribe to this calendar because this is the best part of the summer, if you're a gamer, that is.
Right now, definitely. They do have July and August posted as well, but as you can tell, they're a little relaxed right now. Because clearly this hasn't all been confirmed 100%, but what stuff they do have there, still very interesting stuff. Of course, Ubisoft showing off in July, Gamescom in August, and some of the awards and such, which is pretty sick. So I don't know if they're gonna save the best for last kind of deal, like, you know, we're gonna have some surprise announcement schedules or some unknowns to happen then, but you know, June's all planned out as it should be. We are in June, but so July and August I wouldn't sleep on.
I'm wondering, now that Sony has delayed their like conference, I guess you could say, with the PS5. You know, I'd imagine we're gonna get the PS5 at some point this month. You would think, you would expect. And then I wonder, I would imagine they're gonna do another one, probably September-ish, announcing like launch titles and stuff. You know, like I know we have like Last of Us, but I wonder if they're keeping anything in their back pocket. You know what I mean? To launch the console.
I remember. I don't know if it was Xbox. I know there was an article that I just came across to him. I wish I had kept that one, but it did talk about exclusive games. Like Xbox was slated to show off some exclusive games, or it could have even been PlayStation. But I don't think September might be a little too late. Like they gotta
too late.
Yeah, I feel like it should be in the summer. It should be in the summer. They should plan out for it, and keep the hype going, because then all you're doing fall is just reminding people, hey, you know, we got bangers coming out.
Yeah, it's just
bangers and mash coming out by December. Man. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like everybody. I mean, it's such an interesting tactic that I have no idea why Sony's doing it, but I mean, regardless, people are going to be hype and buy it, but it's just interesting that they're pushing it off so.
And there's a chance. I think. Well, no. AC. What is it? AC. Like Assassin's Creed is not exclusive, correct?
Correct.
Right. Okay.
It would be silly if they.
So I don't know if that falls in the realm of like the Xbox showcase that they have planned for exclusive games. But yeah, gameplay for AC is definitely something we definitely want to see as well. Especially after that last trailer that we covered.
I'm just so curious. I really only want to see gameplay. Like, I'm going to get it, but I just want to see gameplay so I know what to expect.
You're sold. You're just like, I don't know what I'm sold on. I don't know what I'm sold on. But yeah, so besides that, other announcements that actually have come through, this one was kind of near and dear to my heart. I don't know if you had a chance to peek this out.
I'm gonna pull up the trailer for myself as well here.
But yeah, so there was talk around the water cooler about Sega coming through with some hardware. I don't know if this is supposed to be covering that supposed speculation, because everyone's losing their minds over things like, oh my god, are they coming back with like a Dreamcast, right? I don't know if this was the supposed, you know, announcement, but this was still funny to watch. So it's like a Game Gear, clearly, as much of an icon.
Oh my goodness, it's so tiny.
As the Game Boy, this is like the new Sega Game Gear Micro that they're releasing. Which, all right, quick backstory here. There's a little bit of backstory from Dre's life. You know, when the Game Boy dropped and stuff, everybody in their freaking minds had one of the best-selling just handheld. Well, I think it is the best-selling handheld console ever. And it's still subject to one of the highest-selling video game consoles in history, even if you stack it up to the actual consoles themselves. Well, that was all going on. I had one, but then I had an older brother as well. So, you know, sometimes he would get something, and my dad, being all about, oh my god, what is this command that's going on in chat? What is it? My dad went and got a Game Gear from my older brother. He was like the only kid in, like, I can't even say the block. I'm talking about like the town that had this damn thing. So it was very near dear to my heart. I played like the Shinobis. I played like the Sonics. I played Surf Ninjas. If you guys remember that movie, that terrible movie that had a Game Gear in it, and it was part of the movie's plot because the kid could see the future because of the Game Gear. Dude, it was okay. This is the 90s, all right? Blew my freaking mind. So to see this, I totally want to buy one. Only because I want to give it to my dad and be like, yo, remember, man, that thing that used to take like 10 AA batteries back in the day? Like 10 or 8 or some shit like that. It was like, oh my god, you would sacrifice an entire pack of batteries for it for only so long. But because it was, you know, it was lit screen, it was color, you know, RGB and stuff. Is, you know, it's a little different there. I want to just give it to him so I could just be like, this is how far we've come. Yeah, I saw that little magnifier.
They have the magnifier. Do you remember? Yeah. You've got to remember the magnifiers back in the day.
I remember the magnifiers. I remember the accessories, the Game Boy accessories and such. Yeah. Back in the day, they would add so much extra weight to your Game Boy where it stopped being like you can never put it in your pocket, right? It was like it had to be in your backpack because it was just that insane. That's hilarious that they decided to add that. Only because I guess they didn't want people going like squinting hella hard, like, oh, this hurts.
With the light too.
Yeah, exactly. Too. So this was just hilarious. I haven't gone further on the details. I think it's like I saw 6. I saw 4-6. I mean, what is it 4-6? I know dates are written differently around the world, so I think it's supposed to be the 6th or the 4th of June or something like that. Like it's supposed to be happening like real soon, I believe. So yeah, I'm actually excited for it, only because I want to get one for my pops and be like, bro, do you remember? Like this thing was fucking like it was like this really big. Cool. Like the Game Gear was straight up like this large. I know it's like horrible reference, but like it used to be like it was 2-hand grips, son, and it was a behemoth. And now it's like it's literally a keychain. Now it's literally a keychain piece.
Like I'm gonna be like going cross-eyed playing it.
Yeah, it's
they almost
bonkers.
Make it so you have to buy the accessory.
Right? That's how they get you.
Good job, Apple. No.
What do you want? Do you want your eyes or do you want an experience?
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, but no, that's exciting, dude. I'm always down for retro games. Like, I'll tell you this right now, and I don't know. I haven't been on my Switch in a little bit, but the one, you know, as soon as they started bringing back the NES and the SNES games onto the Nintendo Switch, I was like, I was hyped. The one thing I'm waiting for though, they haven't done Donkey Kong Country, and that's the one game that I like 100%ed, you know, back in the day, and they haven't come out with that on the Switch yet. At least I haven't checked in like 2 months, but they might have now. But I'm waiting for that, man. I just love retro games. I love when this stuff comes back. I remember going over to my friend's house when we were younger after school, in elementary school, and playing Sonic together. You know what I mean? Like, I love it.
Yeah, retro's always a nice the nostalgia like glass is always. It's always nice. Fogs up your vision a little bit sometimes. Not for the better though, because then you're like, oh yeah, I remember this game used to be good, and it really like wasn't. It was like it hasn't really aged, or it hasn't aged well.
I
you're
can't
like,
believe I used to think these graphics are amazing. You know what I mean?
You're like, ooh, excuse me. Never mind. Next. I'm just gonna wait for the re-release.
The re-release since everybody's remaking everything.
Yeah, because everybody's remaking everything. So actually, on top of that, the well, not on top. There have been like talks. I know we covered Resident Evil 3 when that remake dropped recently for Capcom. It is just full steam ahead right now on Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 4 remake, which that's also like that's gonna be a very pivotal game to actually remake and actually re-release. Not considering that game has been released to so many consoles since it dropped: GameCube, PlayStation, Wii, Vita. Think you can get it on the damn Switch. Get it on the PS Network. There's a PC port. There's I think it's like maybe a cleaned up version of it, like a remaster or something. Not a remaster, or excuse me, not a remake, but yeah, like a remastering somewhere in there. It is just everywhere, man. That thing was just ported everywhere. Because for one, it's one of the leading reasons why Resident Evil took the route it went, right? Like over the shoulder. It was no longer tank control, stuff like that. So for the remake, that's going to be really interesting for that to happen. But on top of that, there have been leaks on Resident Evil 8, or rather rumors, a lot of rumors, but then things that seems to be kind of coinciding with other, with other articles or what other people are speculating or have come across. So that's actually gonna be. Hopefully, I can get all the details together. I would love to do some coverage on that. But one of the bigger things that happened also this week that definitely was not getting delayed in any way, shape, or form is Valorant. So Valorant has made its actual release. With it, of course, they were able to release a really sick animation called Duelist, and it was a really good show between Jet and, oh my god, why am I blanking on this name? Why am I thinking Pyro? Once I get his name, let me make sure I get his name correct, because I'm gonna hate myself when Phoenix. I know it had to do with fire. I just couldn't remember. Yeah, Phoenix. So really sick animation. It's just awesome. I love the style behind it. Finally get to see some lore of some sense in terms of these characters. Like, all we know right now is that they're just, you're a 5v5 game that you're shooting each other. We don't know any relations between them aside from like the small quips they might talk about in the game. Like, there's like small little voice lines about each other interacting in some way, shape, or form. But this is the most we're seeing. Gorgeous. Oh, the animation, the design looks great. Besides that, like I said, the game is in full release now. Twitch Rivals is doing a $200,000 event right now between many different regions. They just did the kickoff just yesterday. Shout outs to Golden Boy, he was one of the hosts there. And that's starting this weekend. Yeah, so this game is in full effect right now. Like, it's finally released. Huh? You ever been playing it?
I played Valorant the other night.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, have you played
it?
Okay,
I actually played it. I enjoyed it. I think I'll definitely enjoy it more with like a full team. I was playing with just randoms, and I personally don't like playing these games with randoms. But I'm not good, so there's that. It's
all good. For one, ranked is not live, so you're not dealing with ranked. I mean, everyone's gonna try hard, I guess, somewhat, but not really. So funny enough, at the end of that, of that actual scene, there is the actual new level that has been added to the game.
The new map.
Yep. The new map.
Oh, I forget what it was called. I wrote it down.
And I didn't even like think about it. I didn't think about it until like I looked at it again. I was like, wait a minute, that's the new map. Okay, cool. So they're kind of like tying story releases with this, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, that's really cool. Kind of, blending it together, making it.
It makes like the marketing also flow with it, so it's all like this organic, ecosystem that all just makes sense for from the player experience all the way to the animations to the marketing behind it. It's all pretty sick. The game's been fun. They've definitely done some tweaks, some quality of life tweaks. Observing got fixed in several areas, which for me, being on the production side, was a big plus. Characters have animations in the character select screen, which is awesome, and a new character also dropped too. I forgot there is that new character that did drop with it.
Did they enable controller support for observing yet? I know in the beta they didn't really have it, but
I don't believe so. They fixed things like the number, your actual number numpad buttons or whatever your macros are actually don't change in the middle of halftime, which is like what was a big issue because all your binds would then disappear and you'd have to rebind them in between halftime, which was just like, like not a good look, not the greatest of looks. But yeah, we did get a new character. She's a lot of fun. She's a little wild. Reyna, there we go. Reyna was her name. Let me see if I can actually pull up her trailer.
Look her up.
Yeah. She's definitely more of an aggressive agent. The most aggressive agent I think of any of them that have been released, because her kit just is all about like just straight up like how it sounds like being aggressive. She is self-sustaining. She can gain health from kills, like so you're rewarded for killing. She's got flashes. She's got the ability to be invisible. So you get a choice. See, like you can have rotations, mobility. I don't know why this is on a 4x3 aspect.
Holy overpowered Batman.
Yeah, she's pretty gross. I myself have not had time to play her. Only because I'm playing characters like Cypher and Viper and stuff like that. Those are like my go-tos. And you still have to unlock her. Just like you know, when the beta stopped being the beta, everybody's MR was reset, your rank was reset, your agents became locked again, your skins were locked again. So you know what you did in the beta, that was just meant exactly as it. You didn't want anyone just coming out the rip like, oh, I have all these agents, so I can already start playing at this comm level or with this specific comp. That might be a little wild. So they're like, no, everyone's just gonna play even playing field, and they just added her to the mix to kind of spice things up. So she looks really sick. The purple, I don't know what it is. Everybody's just all about, you know, I guess us Spanish folk, we just love purple because representation in with Spanish people for like Overwatch and this, it's just like we're always purple.
Is it purple? Really?
And the funny enough thing, I look behind me as my red and blue kind of mix into purple. I guess it's kind of accurate.
You're subconsciously just doing it, man.
I guess it's somewhat accurate. But yeah, she looks like a lot of fun. I gotta sit down and actually like play her when I get the chance, as soon as I actually unlock her. But Valorant's in full swing right now. Plenty of people have come back. You know, they were waiting after the beta to play, and they're definitely playing right now. Like I said, now with the game actually being fully released, we're gonna start seeing some more possible tournaments, some organizations out there that are gonna start, you know, just going one-off tournaments or doing exhibitions and just getting now the games early. They left it to the grassroots to kind of build their thing, and they have. And now that the game's fully released, they can be full charge. Versus, you know, if you had a key and you were lucky enough, you were able to get in. Now it's like everybody, you know, have fun.
Cool. Yeah. No, I think I played. Crap! I forget the character's name. Guys, keep in mind, I literally, the other night was the first night I ever played Valorant. Brimstone. I played Brimstone because like every other character was taken right away. And I'm like playing, and I'm like, what do these abilities do? And I'm just like pressing buttons.
Brimstone's pretty good. Brimstone, you know, a lot about, if I am correct, those are the only two characters I haven't played like that, is Brimstone and Breach. Brimstone, to my knowledge, I think he's the guy that's got the, he's got the smoke
robotic
arms
thing, I think.
Like he pulls up. Yeah, okay, so it is one.
The orange.
Yeah, he's got smokes. He's got like an insane ult. He's got he flashes the enemies. He's a lot about stunning, disrupting. Especially through walls too. It isn't like line of sight. Like you could, if you know your angles, you could like shoot a flash that goes to this part of the room without being in the room, and then you're the one that's opening up that entryway for your teammates to go in, like your Reyna's to go in and now kill, because she can rotate the way that she can, and she'll get the most off of actually getting those kills. There's been speculation, you know, not speculation, but there's been, you know, arguments back and forth, especially with like some of the people internally in NSG, like, oh, I don't think she's the first one in. I think she's more of a Breach. Like she should be the second one in, stuff like that. We can get into some of the advanced talks here, but as you can tell, the game's doing well. The viewership is doing very well on Twitch. Like I said, it just depends as to how they're supporting, you know. They added an extra mode, what is it, Spike Rush, to it as well, which was actually pretty fun. It's just a first to 4 rando guns and rando orbs on the map. It's like it's chaos, and it's like you can be super aggressive. It's very different from the first to 13 very slow, meticulous pace of the game to just like you know, everyone in the game starts with like shotguns, or you start with AKs or something, and you can upgrade them or have these cool orbs that change things like decay the enemy's armor, or you have hyperspeed, so now you're a character that's like super fast all over the place, which made it interesting because it adds a little bit of variety, but that's like the only other mode they have right now. So hopefully they'll add more to it, kind of add to the game's longevity, the creativity, and the options you can have versus just playing the same old mode over and over again.
Maybe I'll dive into it this weekend a little bit more.
Definitely, man. It was definitely a lot of fun. And with that, as fast as you can be in that game, you know, our loading screen has, it must be
that
on
was the fastest 30 minutes of my life.
It must be on an SSD NVMe or something like that, because that was extremely quick.
We must be running our show on the PS5.
It must, yeah. This is exactly how the PS5 would load. It takes half an hour to load something. I hope that's never the case. But
no, I mean,
I know. Okay. But with that, guys, thank you very much for hanging out. Appreciate you guys chilling with us for another episode of Loading Screen. We will be back next Tuesday for sure, to definitely catch up on another cup of Joe, some updates, see what we're playing. Maybe Alex will come back with some more Valorant knowledge. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Maybe we'll see, man. We'll see, dude.
We've got some time.
Also, shout out again to Mike and X and Zipchair for obviously making this show possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Now we'll see. We'll see what the weekend has to bring. I'm in Shadowbringers now.
You're in Shadowbringers. You've already surpassed me on that. I haven't been able to log into 14 for like a couple days, unfortunately, or almost a week actually. So I really need to sit down and get on that. But hey, man, keeping busy. Busy is good, but buddy. I also like my games though, so would like to make a dent in that and get into Shadowbringers to that good stuff. But until then, we'll see what happens. Cheers to everyone. Like I said, be safe, care for each other, all love. We'll see you guys next week, and have a good weekend. Peace.
Take care, guys.